Do you all see this deck right here? This deck? Wanna know what it is? It's fast. Wanna know what else is fast? Sonic. Wanna know what else is fast? Me. Fast. Fast. Oh, there we go. I have no idea where this intro is. That was the toned down version of the intro because I tried to record me running around my room, jumping around for like good 20 seconds, going fast. And the last few times I recorded, it literally froze my computer. The camera froze, everything. I had to do a forced restart, like hold down the power button. The thing on the wall almost fell off a few times. Whew, catch my breath. Yeah, no, there we go. This is a uber fast Chaos Turbo deck. I tried to record one match, and I actually finally got into the match after, it kind of failed the recording a few times, and I ran into a Gravekeepers. And I was like, oh, of course I run into Gravekeepers, the first time I decided to finally play a Chaos Turbo deck. And after literally winning the first duel he won, he just left. I waited 90 seconds, and I'm like, well, I can't use that for a video. Don't know why you would, do a match and then just leave after game one, but whatever. You know what? I got the win. I got the points. He was just terrified of my Chaos Turbo deck. As always, how are you doing, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you can call me Bailey only if you hit the sub button, watch the video all the way through, like the video, dislike the video, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments what decks you want me to play, because this was a suggestion from a subscriber, or if not subscriber, just someone who wanted to comment. I hope he's a subscriber. You know who you are. Here's the deck, though. It is Uber Chaos Turbo. Basically, it's a meta deck, just trying to go as fast as possible. Maybe it's not that meta, only because, well, I mean, it definitely is meta. But I don't have the ratios for, like, what most people play for the meta deck. I'm just trying to go as fast as possible. Triple Jargrade, double Upstart, triple Dekoichi. He wanted triple Spy. I'm only playing two because it was hard to fit into the deck. I got the Morphing Jar in there. Book of Tai will be really interesting, so I would love to, like, get Magician of Faith off. But here's the deck. You can see it in front of you. Let's go into the duel zone. Let's just go play some GOAT format. I hope you all are having a great day today. If not, as always, stop watching my video, because that's not going to help you out. Go and make your day great. Go, like, hug someone you love. Go for a walk. Watch more of my videos. And then come back and... Because, the old videos, other videos, those will make your day great. Then this one. Not the other way around. I mean, I say that jokingly, obviously. But go do something if your day isn't great. I hope it is, though. Gotta thank you all from the bottom of my heart, because this, I don't know if, like, the YouTube algorithm is looking at me and be like, hey, you make some quality stuff. Because this is literally mediocre content for sure. But I've been getting a lot more views on the last few videos compared to, like, my normal, like 400 plus in the first day, which is crazy to me. He sets one. Our opening hand is BLS, Double Dekoichi, Thunder Dragon, Meta, Jar of Greed. So let's go ahead and obviously start with discarding a Thunder Dragon to get not one, but two Thunder Dragons directly to our hand. We will then, I suppose, set the Dekoichi and set a Jar of Greed and end, considering that is basically our only play. What is his face down? The world may never know, just like how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. Draw Premature Burial, standby, main. Obviously going to start by flipping Dekoichi and declaring, assuming he lets that go through, which he does. I draw Gravekeeper, Spy. Another pretty good card. Probably going to set the Spy this next turn, so then I can tribute for Thunder Dragon. Let's just go ahead, and I'm going to attack the first one he set. Okay, it was a Spy, so I will take 600. Main 2. Let us set the Spy and end. He finally draws a Thunder Dragon of his own. Okay. Pardon me while I take a quick sip of agua. A little bit of lemon in there. Pristine. Draw Upstart Goblin. Standby main. Let's activate the Upstart Goblin. And let's Nobleman this other face down. Magical Merchant. I don't have any in my deck. Okay. So what do I want to do here? I'm going to flip summon the Spy, declare, and special summon another Spy in defense. What level 5s do we have? I think I'm going to tribute the Spy for Thunder Dragon. Meta the Thunder Dragon for I'm just going to start eating his hand. I think, yeah, I just attack directly. He might have, like, Mirror Force. He does not. Declare and hit that card. Hit a Chaos Orc. That is fantastic. Alright, and from here, I think just end. Draws into another card. No lights in grave. Actually, no, he does the Thunder Dragon. And a Dark now in grave because of the Chaos Orc hit. So if he does have another Chaos Orc, he will be able to, like, get over the Reaper on the Nightmare. But whatever. Kind of did what it needed to do. And frankly, if he doesn't deal with it like this, it might just continuously eat more cards out of his hand. Stand by main. Draw a second, my second and only one other besides the first. I don't run through. I run 2 Metamorphosis. Alright. I don't want to use the BLS quite yet, but it might be important. Let's just go ahead and attack directly if he allows it, which he does. Hitting that card. Magician of Faith. Okay. Now, I'm a little afraid it could be like a Night Assailant, which would be able to get rid of the Reaper on the Nightmare. I'm not going to attack. I think that's the play. Could be... I think it's a Night Assailant. Because I have Premature Burial, I'm going to banish, and with Prio... Unless he has, like, a Judgment. Okay, it was a Decoichi. I'm fine with that. I still am happy I didn't give him the extra draw. I was just afraid, it was like, if it is Night Assailant, then Reaper on the Nightmare is a fantastic card. If he is Snatch Steal, that could be a little unfortunate. I will... Do I set the Decoichi? No, I'm going to keep it in hand for now. He tributes for Jinzo. Okay. Makes me eat 1,000. Stand by main. Declare. Get rid of the Jinzo. I'm going to swap it to defense just in case he has Mirror Force. And hitting the middle card. Thunder Dragon. I mean, he had, I still believe, 2 Thunder Dragon in hand. Setting the Jar of Greed and ending. In a pretty commanding position. He's still got a life point lead, technically, but, like, whatever. Stand by main. Declare. Banish the face down. It was another Decoichi. Let us go ahead and attack directly. Hitting the last card. I mean, we knew it was the Thunder Dragon. And I don't want to summon anything. I'm not even going to set the Dekoichi right now. Can we just make that go away? There we go. I hated that somehow it got highlighted. Looked gross. I mean, I feel like the Jinzo play was a little strange. Draw Pot of Greed from my Jar of Greed. The Greed plays. Alright, so unfortunately he will be banishing my... I mean, you still have to eat the 1,000 damage. But I understand you're banishing it. Return from a different dimension. I will activate my Jar of Greed, because I don't want his Jinzo onto the field. I figured when that Jinzo play happened, it had to be something like that. So it 1, 2, 3, 4. Luckily, Reaper on the Nightmare is actually kind of dope because it can't be destroyed. So I will eat 700, and you will banish it again. That's fine. And I'll eat 28. And end phase, all those cards get banished. I kind of understand why he had to do that, but I don't necessarily think it was the right play to do. Standby, main. Obviously, it's going to start with a Pot of Greed. Drawing Sangan, Chaos, Sork. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to banish the Spy and Thunder Dragon. Getting rid of the Gravekeeper, Spy. I think... Do I Metamorph this? What cards does he have in grave? Activate Meta. Get the Ryu Senshi. Okay. Well, actually, if he... I don't need to, like, declare, so who do I want to take here? Is there any different card I would want to go for? Put them all in defense except Jinzo. I think Ryu Senshi is still the play. And from here... There's nothing that does piercing damage. I will set a Magician of Faith. I could actually activate Taiyu right away. And try to, like... I mean, the only thing is what would happen? I don't think anything, really. I'll set the Taiyu and just end. And they all get banished again. He sets one. Night Assailant draw. Okay, so this is just game. Decree might be pretty damn good here. Nobleman might not be good. It is and it's not, because it banishes his monsters. I think I'm going to take out the Taiyu. I want to keep in the Ring of Destruction because it might like force him to pay life points. Let's bring in an MST. Swap the cards. Maybe I do keep one Nobleman in over like a Regeki break, just because I obviously am putting in decrees. It might end up biting me in the butt. Just because obviously, you know, like I'll banish some Dekoichis or something, and then I'll be able to return them back. And this is a hand of double Regeki break, upstart, faith, decree. He sets one and ends. I draw Sinister Serpent. Let's just go ahead and activate upstart. Drawing another decree. Let's go ahead and set faith and Regeki break. And I'm just going to pop that right away. I don't want him to like flip it. Okay, it was a spy. That's a good hit. Mind control. Move. So we'll be able to get the mind control right back. Which is fine. I mean, not great, but whatever. Okay, that's actually really frustrating. Only because now he can get rid of my Sinister Serpent with the Kaiku that he just summoned. I draw Heavy Storm to defense and set the Heavy Storm. Sangan. And hit for 1800. He'll banish my Magician of Faith. Ring of Destruction. Okay. That's... oh, alright. And he has a Heavy Storm of his own. I'll eat 1800, and I think... do I even want a Regeki break? I don't think I do. Like, that would just give him a search with Sangan. The only good thing to come from this, obviously, is the fact that now my decrees are live-ish. That's a Dekoichi. I am kind of in a bad position here. And it very well might be. Okay, it was. Nobleman. Alright, I just had to lose right there. That was a quick game, too. I want to keep the Jar of Greeds in. Nobleman is so good, though. How do I fit the Jar of Greeds? Actually, Snatch Steal. Or not Snatch Steal. Morphing Jar going first can be kind of interesting. Maybe take out one Nobleman. This is tough. One, two. Alright, I think that's a decent play. Let's see how this goes. I'll go first. He's got a pretty high rating. Let's start with Thunder Dragon. Opening hand is Thunder Dragon, which I will now get 2 of. So double Thunder Dragon, Ring of Destruction, Pot of Greed, Night Assailant, and Mind Control. Then let's Pot of Greed. Oh, and Jar of Greed. 2 Jar of Greeds. Let's go ahead and just set the Jar of Greeds and Ring of Destruction. If he heavies, he has heavy, but I just get a kind of plus anyways because I have Jar of Greed. Ring of Destruction I do like just because, like, if he has to eat a shit ton of, ooh, I swore. but eat a ton of damage from paying half his life points with return from the different dimension. Ring Instruction can sometimes just be like, oh, you pay half, well, I'm going to chain this to one of your monsters and just say no. Drawing Graceful and Book of Taiyu for my 2 Jar of Greeds. Let's go ahead and mind control this monster. It was a spy. 2 attack. Declare. Special summon in defense or attack? Special summon in defense. Let's activate Graceful Charity. Drawing Regeki Break, BLS, and Magician of Faith. Discarding the Serpent and a Thunder Dragon. Now let's set the Faith, activate Taiyu, getting back Graceful Charity, activate Graceful Charity, drawing Morphing Jar, meta, and let's go ahead and discard Thunder Dragon and actually thinking. I could discard Morphing Jar and Night Assailant. Or I'm going to go and reveal the other Gravekeeper Spy that I'll just add back to my hand. From here, do I attempt to banish? I've already summoned this turn. I kind of do want to go for some damage. So I'm going to summon BLS and attack. I should have maybe summoned that in attack position as well. Put him on a bigger clock, but whatever. Setting the Regeki Break and ending turn. If he has Snatch Steal, oh yeah, that goes back to him. Nobleman, if he has another set monster. He has Breaker. I will chain, discarding Thunder Dragon to hit the Breaker. Might as well. I did actually give him a light engrave. Or a dark to go with his light. But I mean, whatever. You could argue maybe I shouldn't have done that, but yeah, okay. Now I'm regretting it. He has Sork. Obviously going to banish the BLS. Almost certainly. I will have Sinister coming back to my hand, though. So I'll be able to take the Chaos Orc with 1,000 dice restrict. I will eat 900 from the Spy over the Magician of Faith. He sets 1 back row and ends. Draw Regeki Break, standby. Let's get ourselves Sinister Serpent to hand. Setting a Serpent and activating Metamorphosis. Declare and take the Chaos Orc. And let's try to attack. It goes through. I set the... I'll set the Regeki Break. I think I can keep it. Morphing Jar could be pretty nice here. if I kind of end up letting it go off. Gravekeeper Spy is a decent discard, only because I don't have another Spy in deck to even make it go off, because I'm only running 2. Discards another Thunder Dragon. Fail to find. Banish. Banish. For his own BLS, which he will then obviously get rid of my 1,000 Dice Restrict. I will draw MST Standby. Let's get to hand. Then activate Regeki Break. Back to hand. Activate Nobleman. And I'm going to chain that. Chain to Nobleman. Okay. It didn't end up mattering. I was going to say, just I didn't want to be able to do anything crazy. I'm going to normal summon the Spy. Change that to attack and hit for 24. Morphing Jar is kind of dead here now. Hits me for 200 damage. Dust Tornado, that's fine. To defense. I'll set the Serpent and end. He hits over the Serpent. Draw Heavy Storm, standby, get the Serpent back. And just set an end. Dust Tornado will be able to hit any back row he chooses to set. That could be like a Magical Merchant. Graceful Charity, that's fine. Unfortunate, but fine. He draws 3. What will he discard? He's viewing as banished, so he almost certainly has a return from the different dimension now. I'll be able to force it out with Heavy Storm and maybe even just hit it with the Dust Tornado depending on what he sets. Discarding Thunder Dragon, Spy. Setting another. Battle Phase. Hitting my Sinister Serpent. And ending turn. Night Assailant, draw, standby. 2 hand. I'll set the Night Assailant and end. To Koichi draw. Kaiku, okay. That's unfortunate, but I'll have to hit the Kaiku, of course, with my Night Assailant. Snatch Steal. I'm going to Dust Tornado that. If it lets me. I'll pop the Kaiku with my Night Assailant. And he's going to go to main 2. Change them to defense. 1, probably both. I don't know why he would only do 1. Yes. Actually, no, he did flip it this turn, I'm almost certain. Sangan draw. Let's just activate the heavy. It's obviously a return from the different dimension. Yep. Setting a Sangan and ending. He has already used his BLS. So he cannot... Yeah, so he's going to banish. For probably the last Chaos Orc he has. I mean, he's obviously going to attack. Or banish with the Chaos Orc and then attack with the 2 Decoichis. Maybe figuring out if he wants to flip that. I think that might be like a Sinister Serpent. The way he hasn't flipped it, I mean, maybe Magical Merchant that he just doesn't want an attack mode. That actually would also be... Okay, it was a Gravekeeper Spy. I will get myself probably a Magician of Faith. And then I'll eat 2,800. Chaos Orc would be the best draw right here. Dust Tornado. He actually might have game. 28 plus 28 plus 23. 41, I think. Yeah. Does he go for it? Flip. Let's get back the Graceful Charity. And yeah, he's got it. GG's. Alright, that is a really good match. I'm glad he got the win. Let's see what the next draw would have been. Regeki Break, okay, so that would have been better than a very close. If I drew Break instead of Dust. Sad. I didn't want that to happen. LOL. He's like, I wanted to resolve my return. I'm like, no, I didn't want you to do that. Why would I let you do that? But no, I like those return decks. Let's see what he says, just if anything. It would have. Okay. Anyways. Alright. So, those are good matches. And here you go. Here's the deck. Again, you guys saw, it's not like the greatest deck of all time, but it's very, very fast. It just, sometimes, you know, when you get into that grinding game, especially game 2, you saw it's bad. Morphing Jar can be such a blowout, like, early on, but in that game, we saw that, like, I never really got a chance to set it. That's the only thing I don't like with these decks, is sometimes you have all these monsters in your hand that you want to set, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to keep my Morphing Jar, until I have a better reason to use it, where I have, like, low hand, but by the time I had a low hand count and all the cards that I wanted to get out of my hand were done, he had no cards in his hand, and I'm like, I'm not going to give him 5 extra cards, I would just be asking to lose the match, but anyways, guys, there you go, that was the match. Thank you all for watching. As always, I'm the YuGiOh Scrub, and goodbye.